tifu by catching my boss cheating on his wife, by user Paris. My boss, M, has been a CEO owner of our franchise for about 5 years. His wife, E, is our office manager. They have 2 kids, one being barely a year old. It's just 3 other people in the office. Me, and 2 female co-workers, A and R. Thursday afternoon while A was on lunch, I went to ask my boss about something, and I instead found him making out with R in his office. He had his hands wrapped around her waist, grabbing her butt, and her arms were around his neck. They immediately pulled back and tried to play it off. The next day, my husband and I had to stay home because he was exposed to someone with COVID, and we were both ill. I messaged E and told her we needed to talk in person, but she said she's out of town until next week and to call her, so I did. I told E about what happened, and she was in shock. M called my phone a few hours later while I was in the shower, and my husband answered. M asked that I call him back, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because of how bad my nerves and anxiety were after everything that happened. Today, I went to check my work email to see what was on the agenda for Monday. I was locked out. Tried to log into our scheduling website, and I couldn't get in there either. I messaged M, and he said I was no longer employed because of excessive absences even though termination would be the 3rd offense, and this was the 1st. I work in an at-will, right-to-work state so now I can't even do anything about it. Dr. caught my boss cheating on his wife, my manager, with a co-worker. Told the wife and now I'm fired for a completely unrelated reason. Can't do anything about it. Edit, I did already contact a lawyer, minutes after I found out I was terminated. They said there's basically nothing I can do. EDIT2, a lot of people are mad I made their marriage my business, but when an affair is happening 10 feet from my desk in an office I'm in 40 hours a week and I work with all 3 of the people involved? That's my business now. I didn't ask to walk in on them. It just happened. Maybe people shouldn't conduct their affairs where they work. But that's too hard for some of you to wrap your minds around. TIFU by ruining my sister's wedding dress, by user account 6774. I16F, had a small gathering of 10 people over at my house last night while my sister was out the whole day. She's 24, foster kinship. Someone brought alcohol, things got kind of out of control, and one of my highly intoxicated friends put on my sister's wedding dress. The dress got a ton of stains all over it and a few tears in the fabric. I was panicking when I turned the corner and saw my friend wearing it. My sister is currently engaged and getting married in October, so it's not like the wedding has already passed. You can probably imagine how pissed she was when she got home. I feel awful. She's bringing the dress in later today to try to get it fixed, and I feel like such a terrible sister for letting something like this happen. I was fully prepared to get punished when she found out there was alcohol, but her ruined dress made everything 10x worse. I'm grounded until the wedding, which to be honest is a little long if you ask me, but I guess I can't be upset since this whole ordeal is my fault. I'm also pissed at my friend who found her dress and decided to try it on. So now I'm dealing with an immense amount of guilt for ruining my sister's perfect day. Definitely fucked up. TLDR, I had some friends over, we were drunk, and my sister's wedding dress for her upcoming wedding got ruined. Edit, a lot of you are saying my friend and/or I need to pay for the dress, and I completely agree. I don't have a job, but I promised my sister I would pay her back when I get the money. My sister contacted my friend's mom and told her the situation, she is helping to pay too. She got in trouble as well, but I don't know the details of her punishment. I am really angry with my friend, but I do not intend on cutting her off. I may need to distance myself for a while, but ultimately she has been a good friend to me and my sister likes her as well. As for the other people who were there, they had no idea about the dress until they saw my friend wearing it and it was too late. They are only guilty of underage drinking and I am still very close with them all. Also, sorry if I worded something wrong, but my parents are not in the picture. I live with only my sister. She is my guardian. I love her very much and I don't like the comments about how she should disown me as a sister or uninvite me from her wedding. TIFU by refusing to give tea to a Chinese senator, by userly scope. I got a job at a fine dining sushi restaurant as what I hoped would be a casual summer job. Today in particular we closed at 10 p.m. However, this one particular table was still sitting around at 10:45 p.m. with no intentions to leave soon and I just wanted to go home. Well, this table asked for a tea refill and I said that we washed the teapot and I can give hot water instead. Well, the guy sitting there got really pissed off at that and started telling me off in English, Japanese, and Chinese to really make sure I understood that I am wrong. The whole table was moderately drunk and I was pretty tired from working 10 hours, so I just said I understand and walked away. I even made tea after and gave it to him anyways, even though the teapot was already washed. I guess he never gets told no though, because he made the owner of the restaurant come to the table and bow and apologize. The restaurant owner told the senator guy that this is his greatest shame in 20 years opening this restaurant, and even bowed on his knees. I honestly wasn't about to bow and sincerely apologize over this because he was being so rude to me, so I made a half-assed apology and said I'm sorry you feel this way. This guy then proceeds to throw around our server trays and keep telling me off. He already paid the bill, so he just left after. I didn't know that he was some millionaire Chinese senator come to the restaurant a couple times a year. The other servers told me later all this and that he's always very drunk and rude, but because he is so powerful and rich they just deal with it. TLDR, I didn't give a powerful politician customer tea the first time he asked and he threw a temper tantrum. Edit, wow, thank you for 9k upvotes. I woke up this morning to 300 notifications. Reading the comments made me feel better after such a bad shift, and I am happy to say I quit today and will be enjoying the rest of my summer as a break. Actually, a couple hours after I told them I quit, they said I'm fired for this. So Uno reverse card? There are a lot of comments about how this post/I am racist. I just wanted to say that this interaction does not represent all Chinese people. In fact, I am Chinese and rich assholes is not segregated to one race. Any race can be an asshole. For this post I was just describing him, as I was pretty fazed to find out such a powerful person was angry at me. Also, a lot of comments are trying to find this guy, so some description I have is he is pretty tall, 5'11", lanky, with glasses, and with almost shoulder-length curly hair. My co-workers told me they forgot his name but said he was part of the Chinese senator's dinner. But I can't find him anywhere, and honestly it's fine, I don't need to find him, I'm not working there anymore. TIFU, by realizing I have been praying towards the North Magnetic Pole instead of Mecca, by user Turbulent Local 6013. TLDR at bottom. Some time ago, I immigrated to America with my wife and kids. In my home country, it is tradition to mark the direction of Mecca with a sticker so that Muslims, like me, know which direction to face when doing our 5 daily prayers. My landlord has been very kind and has provided me with resources such as prayer mats and information on how to stay halal. He is not Muslim Hof. Thus when I saw a small arrow with a building sign, I took it as the prayer direction. After all, the building must be the Kaaba, in Mecca, and the arrow is just the marker identifying the direction. Right? Right? Well, being a good Muslim that I am, I decided to consult a second source, my teenage son. He is way better with technology/English than I am. Our conversation went something like, simplified a bit. Me, son, can you find the prayer direction? Son, give me a moment to finish my homework and I will be right on it. 1 to 2 hours later. Son, look dad. I have downloaded the Mecca app that always points towards Mecca, laughs mysteriously. Me, thanks. Well, the app pointed towards the same direction as the symbol on the wall, which totally eased my mind. Well, this was not to last. My landlord had came over to replace our dryer, and when I thanked him for being so thoughtful, he just told me that the sign was pointing towards the exit. He was pretty nice about it, especially given the fact that I had missed something so obvious. I caught him grinning a bit though when he was leaving. And it turns out that my son had been lazy and had just showed me the compass app on his iPhone. It boggles my mind that the exit is also towards the North Pole. How coincidentally convenient. I'm not mad or anything. I don't think my prayers in this time I'll be invalidated or anything. I just hope that my landlord doesn't take me as a total fool. TLDR, I have been praying towards to the North Magnetic Pole instead of Mecca because my son pranked me and used a compass and I mistook a symbol placed there by my landlord. TIFU, by letting Amazon almost turn me into a criminal, by user Hujir.io. This happened yesterday. Amazon had opened a new Amazon Fresh store in my area. One of the features of these stores is that you can scan into the store, collect your items and walk right out without having to scan the items or go through a cashier. I have used this system many times over the past few weeks, so I've grown used to just putting things in my backpack or pocket and just walking out. So yesterday, I'm at lunch and pop into a Walgreens to pick up some items. Out of the habit from shopping at the Amazon store, I pocketed the item and started to walk out the store. Luckily, I stopped myself and bought the item the traditional way. What's funny is that the store has police watching for shoplifters, and I literally almost shoplifted right in front of them, I wonder if they would buy my explanation. Personally, I blame Jeff Bezos. TLDR used to shopping in store where you just grab and go, almost accidentally stole from a traditional store.